And with so many transportation options that are available out there, why some countries are willing to invest in rail more than perhaps others. We're going to explore this now with William C. Vantuono, Editor-in-Chief at Railway Age magazine. Welcome to the show, sir. I'm going to work around the world, so bear with me. Let me start here in the United States. There's been a lot of discussion over the past few years with President Obama trying to focus on high-speed rail, but we haven't yet seen, I guess, the fast trains running. I know they're working on it, and it's gone faster. Explain to our international audience what's the challenge here in the U.S.
Well, the challenge is not technological, it's mainly political. We do not have a will to build true high-speed rail systems in this country. The president and, of course, the vice president, Joe Biden, have a rather ambitious idea to build high-speed rail networks all over the country, but the Congress is unwilling to fund it. Typically, well, it can be construed as a partisan issue. There were plans to build the high-speed rail system in Florida, for example, and as soon as the new Republican governor was elected, he shot it right down and sent the money back to Washington.
There's a slight silver lining here because
there seems to be a bias against it.
There's a slight silver lining because isn't California building the high-speed rail? Have they started on that?
Well, yes, they have started on it. It's been problematic because there's been a lot of opposition to it for various reasons. But I think once we get a true high-speed rail system built somewhere in the United States, you're going to find other states looking at this and saying, "My God, why didn't we do this?"
All right.
And then I think everybody's going to want one.
I want to give full disclosure.
I would like to add, though, that...
I want to give full disclosure. I'm a huge fan of high-speed rail. Now, China and Japan's been doing it for decades. China's into the game in just the last 10 years, and
Yes.
they've been going gangbusters building out rail. So all of us are watching very jealously as to why we can't get it going here in the United States. Let me talk about Latin America. We just talked about how the Chinese are selling all sorts of technology and trains, and they're building it, they're operating it, they're giving the equipment to Latin America. Is this the wave of the future? I mean, is China essentially leading the way when it comes to high-speed trains now?
No, I would say no. The Chinese technology is actually adapted from French and German technology and Japanese technology as well. The Japanese were the first with the bullet train, the Shinkansen, 50 years ago. France followed with its TGV, and Germany followed with the Intercity Express, and now Europe has a network of high-speed trains. It's spreading throughout Asia, as you know. The Chinese have invested $500 billion in their rail system, and they wish to export it. Here in this country, there are a lot of interested companies. The French, through an arm of the SNCF, the French National Railways, are interested in coming in and operating a high-speed rail system. The Japanese are. The East Japan Railway has a subsidiary set up here in this country. The Chinese, Germans, we have companies like Bombardier, Siemens, Alstom, Mitsubishi, other companies, Hyundai Rotem that are doing business in this country.
I only have another minute to go, so I only have another minute. I want to squeeze one more question in.
I know. I could go on for an hour.
I would love it if we go on for an hour, but my producer Alex is going to kill me. So let's talk about Latin America a little bit more. We saw what's happening in Europe. Hey, they're doing a great job, right? They got plenty of rail lines. They've been doing it for decades and decades and decades, and it seems to be working very well. Why can't, is that the model? I mean, should the U.S. try to adopt the European model, or should Asia try to adopt that, or should Latin America try to adopt that? I mean, assuming that's the most successful model?
No, I would say that the Asian model is the most successful model. Actually, the Asian model is basically an adaptation of the European model as far as high-speed trains are concerned. Here, we'd essentially be adapting the European model. What we're doing now is we're upgrading some of our existing rail lines, the passenger trains that operate on our very world-class freight rail system. It gets speeds up to 110, 125. But for true high-speed rail, we would essentially be adapting a form of the TGV, for example.
All right. William Vantuono,
The
editor-in-chief
European
at
model.
Railway Magazine. I apologize. We've already gone over, but thank you very much